becoming leaders among their own position groups and even in front of the whole team. Just guys, obviously the seniors have that natural position, but I think there's younger guys, sophomores and juniors that are stepping up and doing that.
Sorry if I'm repeating anything, but I mean, being a captain twice now, I mean, it's not a lot of guys at Michigan State that have done that. What is that? Was that something you pushed for? Does that mean much to you? I mean,
yeah, I mean, obviously, I think it's being a quarterback. I'm in a natural position of leadership, and I think just being a captain kind of solidifies that. So it's good to be in this position, I think.
What have you learned in the last couple of years that you think might make you a better leader? Does adversity help that, or?
No, yeah, 100%. Last year, I think, was a big learning tool, and just figuring out how to stay positive in times that are, it's a little down. And last year definitely helped to figure that out, and I think I can use that a lot for the better this year.
Do you feel like you were still learning how to lead last year when you were named a captain, and you feel like you've grown since then?
I think I had a good idea, but there's still things where I slipped up maybe. But being one of the oldest guys in the team now, it makes it a little more easier, just a little more natural to be a leader.
Do you have any intentions coming into this year, knowing you wanted to be a captain for 2 years in a row, to maybe change some things up from last year in terms of leadership style?
I'm always going to try and lead the best of my ability, and whatever happens, happens. So I didn't really, just say, hey, I need to be a captain. It's just kind of something I strive to do, I guess.
Mark mentioned that. I asked him about championships, and you fifth-year guys are the last ones that were around for one, and talked about everyone having a ring. How much is that a motivation? Do you guys use that in your leadership style, saying, hey, we can't let this string kind of end, and we've been around to at least see this? Is that something you guys talk about?
I hadn't really even thought about it until Coach D mentioned that in one of our team meetings, and it kind of hit me like, man, there's only a couple of those 5th years left in the team that were a part of that team, and none of us really played in that game. So it was kind of a free ring, and we kind of want to earn one ourselves and earn one for everyone else in this team.
What makes you excited about this team?
Just the leadership abilities of everyone. Obviously, the skill level is incredible, but just how everyone leads and cooperates together, and it's a good mix of a good family.
Ron, I think it's the first time since 2009 that MSU's had 4 captains. What do you think that says about these 4 guys in the field right here right now?
Yeah, I think it says a lot. Like I said, there's a ton of leaders in this team, and beyond those 4, there's a good majority of people that can also be captains. So I think it just says that we got great leadership on this team.
Coach Antonio mentioned to us just a little bit ago that this kind of been one of the best camps he's ever seen in terms of guys rallying around each other and just being a total team. Have you noticed that the differences? You've been here for 5 years now. Have you noticed the differences?
For sure. The energy level is high when you get guys like Kenny and Ray and all those guys that bring the energy every day. It makes the offense bring the energy. So we kind of pick it up a little bit on our side, and I think overall it just helps boost the team up and become better.
You and Joe are consecutive year captains, very rare thing in this program. How important is it for this team to have continuity, voice, and leadership?
I think it's good just to have familiar faces and to have guys that have been through it and they know the roles and what comes with the expectations of being a captain. Me and Joe can kind of help lead the ropes for these guys and even for other guys on the team.
4 seniors too. I mean, I guess that kind of speaks to the volume of what you guys have as a group for the last 3 years.
Yeah, for sure. I think just the guys that were in our age group are good leaders, and we have a bunch of seniors that, like I said, that could probably be in this position too. And just I'm just very grateful to be in this position.
Coach talked about chasing a ring for the 16 class. I mean, Joe's part of that class. You're part of the championship year. How do you guys attain that? What do you need to do to take the message to that next level?
Obviously, it started about a month ago with camp, and it's going to continue with each phase that we do. We just finished phase 1. We're about to start phase 2. So focusing on every game, not thinking ahead to a different game, just focus on winning one game at a time. I think it's very attainable with our schedule we got.
We talked the other day where you were asked, about being a captain. You said you put it up to your teammates, but what does it mean for you 2 years in a row? And that's only happened, I think, you and Joe now become 6th guys in Mark's tenure to be multi-year captains.
It's good. Obviously, like I said, being a quarterback is a natural position of leadership, and with that comes high expectations. And obviously, I want to be a leader among our team, and I'm glad to show it to my teammates.
And I think you mentioned this the other day too, that you think you're a better leader now than you were a year ago, and I know you talked about the struggles last year. Maybe you didn't project the kind of confidence maybe that you think you could have from your teammates.
Yeah, I think I've just grown and become more comfortable talking to people, and just become more comfortable with public speaking, I guess. But being a leader is a lot more than that. It's being a good example and keeping guys on track and keeping them doing the right thing. So I think this year I can be much better.
And Mark said, the 16 class is the only one without a ring. You're early, so you were part of that team, but do you feel like, you got a ring, right? But do you feel like it's just different than if you were obviously to accomplish one this year?
I was saying to someone else, obviously the 5th years were part of that championship, but we didn't really do much to get that. We kind of wanted to be a part of the team that participated and earned our own ring, and we want to allow everyone on this team to be able to have that experience.
How exciting and how unique is this opportunity to be able to share the captaincy with 3 other people instead of 2 other people?
It's great. I think it just shows that there's a bunch of leaders on this team, even beyond us 3 or us 4. There could be anyone that could be a captain, and I think there's just great leadership overall in this team as a whole.
Talk about what you've learned as far as going in the second time around. Maybe something that you remember from last year that you might change a little bit this year.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything specific, but just overall being a positive influence on people and staying positive and trying to be that light, and obviously leading people in the right direction, and being the voice for the team when they need it.
Some people, they kind of look at it as like, yeah, this is great. And some people are really jacked about being a captain. Where are you on that scale?
Obviously it's a very big deal to me. I think I'm very blessed to be in this position, and so it is important, yeah. And whether I was voted or not, I still think I'm a great leader. I was going to lead no matter what, so I'm glad to be in this position for sure.
Good.
All right. Cool.
All right.
All right.